I'm Osbert Bloch, President and Chief Medical Officer of the Christi Health System, and also the President of the Coastal Bend Board of Directors for the American Heart Association. Christi is also a proud sponsor of the American Heart Association. Here at Christi, our employees are on the front lines of COVID-19. We're honored and humbled to continue to hold vaccination clinics throughout the Christi Health System. To date, we've delivered more than 60,000 vaccines. I continue to be inspired by the teamwork and tremendous efforts of all of our associates who put forward their very best to ensure that our patients receive excellent and compassionate care each and every day. Thank you for supporting the American Heart Association by participating in tonight's Corpus Christi Heartball experience. So let's celebrate, donate, have a great time. Take it away, Alan.
Hello and good evening, everybody. I'm Alan Holt from KIII TV3 and your MC for the night. Welcome to the 2021 Heart of Corpus Christi Heartball, celebrating the gift of time. We're really glad you're with us this evening, and I welcome you from my home to yours. Doesn't it seem like just yesterday we were at the Ortiz Center, we were dancing with friends all night long in that Acapulco ballroom, toasting with friends, raising our paddles to donate and giving it all for the mission. Well, tonight it's really no different except for this virtual thing, and we're gonna do it all just the same, but with a little twist. We have a magician, a live auction, a surprise bonus, an inspiring survivor, honorees with a heart of gold, and we are all led by this year's wonderful co-chairs, Lisa and Gabe Guerra, and Ashley and Dr. Travis Taylor. Let's quickly address a little housekeeping item for your experience this evening. For the best quality streaming, you'll want to be participating through Google Chrome. And we know that everybody's got different demands on their current internet, so if your internet buffers or it stalls or you get that circle thingy or you're just getting really frustrated, just reload, refresh, and rejoin us. Tonight's event is intended to never let the ball drop. Being a science-based organization focused on community, health, and well-being, we had to make tough choices, and we are all so grateful that you have done what it takes to support the American Heart Association, our local staff, and the mission that unites us all tonight. Let's kick off the evening taking a look at the impact and influence the American Heart Association has had on the conversations around health over the past few months.
This is news breaking from the American Heart Association. We are announcing it for the first time right here.
We're back now with a new warning today from the American Heart Association.
De los Estados Unidos, la doctora Regina Benjamin, miembro directivo del American Heart Association.
Case studies indicating COVID may lead to heart attacks. Joining me right now is Dr. Mitchell Elkin. He's president of the American Heart Association.
So have you joined the Boss Family workouts recently with Twitch and Allison? I mean, we love those two from So You Think You Can Dance, Ellen, and Dancing with the Stars. But now they have teamed up with the American Heart Association.
It's Live with Kelly and Ryan.
years ago, the American Heart Association revised their out-of-hospital CPR protocol, and it's called hands-only CPR.
She's now sharing her story as part of the American Heart Association's Don't Die of Doubt campaign.
This is all about the American Heart Association's Healthy Bond for Life.
Late today, the American Heart Association putting out an advisory to pediatricians.
As sales of marijuana soared during the pandemic, a new warning from the American Heart Association.
Tonight, the American Heart Association sounding the alarm.
A new report from the American Heart Association.
Heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women here in the U.S. and worldwide. So when the American Heart Association puts out a scientific statement, people tend to pay attention.
Es importante comunicar y American Heart Association quiere comunicar.
Según la Asociación Americana del Corazón, hay 3 factores que contribuyen a padecer del COVID complicado o fatal.
Joining me is Dr. Mariel Jessup, the American Heart Association's top medical officer. Dr. Michelle Albert is president of American Black Cardiologists. She's working with the American Heart Association to research COVID in Black women.
Dr. Larry Mittenall is an American Heart Association volunteer.
KITV4's Maleko McDonald tonight talks with the CEO of the American Heart Association about surprise medical bills.
This is why I love the American Heart Association. They step up in real time to address a need.
Even in that short video, you can see the impact that you, the American Heart Association supporters, have had this last year. It's not possible without your support. Now, I'd like to introduce you to our fearless 4 behind this year's campaign, true champions of health and the American Heart Association. Ending heart disease and stroke takes deep commitment, and together, this foursome, I had to get the golf reference in there because, you know, a solid foursome's hard to get, but these 4 specifically have devoted their hearts and souls to this mission. They saw the collective power and passion of all those dedicated to the Heartball experience, and they went a step further with the Heart of Corpus Christi campaign. Together, they relentlessly focused on the heart of our community, selecting the key priority issues of uncontrolled high blood pressure to focus on throughout their campaign. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is a silent killer that causes unnecessary and inequitable disease and death. Nearly half of U.S. adults have high blood pressure, and many, they don't even know they have it.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
182 over 100. And I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest, and then a stroke.
This is what high blood pressure looks like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a heart attack or stroke are far from invisible or silent.
My memory is shot.
When I woke up, I couldn't speak.
I can't button up a shirt. I can't run.
I've had to learn to swallow again.
That's the only moments that I have. And I'm 33, so I never see this coming.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Had I done this, had I done that, hell, I messed up.
Get back on your plan, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Head to toe, everything's changed. Head to toe.
High blood pressure doesn't pick and choose who it's going to go after. It doesn't discriminate, and locally, over 104,000 people are living day to day with uncontrolled high blood pressure. According to the CDC, uncontrolled high blood pressure is at the forefront of health management needs. When considered with other indicators of poor health, uncontrolled high blood pressure can also highlight a lack of access to preventative care, a lack of health knowledge, insufficient provider outreach, and even social barriers preventing utilization of services. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the co-chairs of the Heart of Corpus Christi campaign and tonight's Heart Ball experience, Lisa and Gabe Guerra, and Ashley and Dr. Travis Taylor.
Hi, Alan, and hello, everyone, and welcome to our home and to the 2021 Heart of Corpus Christi Heart Ball. Gabe and I are just thrilled to be sharing this evening with you, and I know Ashley and Dr. Taylor are out there as well. Ashley and Dr. Taylor, are you there? Hi there. I just love how even though we're not in the same place, the magic of tonight makes anything possible. And with all of the wonderful work done by the American Heart Association, this year, we're excited to celebrate the Heart of Corpus Christi, no matter how near or far.
I can't believe it. It feels so modern to be sharing the stage with you, even from our home. Hi everyone, I'm Ashley Taylor, and this is my husband, Dr. Taylor. And I couldn't be more excited to also welcome you to our home and to the Heart of Corpus Christi Heart Ball. It has been so much fun getting to know Lisa and Gabe, sharing the same passion for the work done by the American Heart Association, and making an impact co-chairing this inaugural year of the Heart of Corpus Christi campaign. Lisa and Gabe, thank you for sharing the stage with us this year.
Ashley and Dr. Taylor, it has been our pleasure. I want to take a moment to thank those who have stood beside us over this past year and have given up their time and resources to make tonight a special celebration. We want to thank all the ELT members for their relentless efforts, time, and dedication to making the gift of time a priority. Without the significant funds raised by this team, we would not be able to give more people of all ages what they so truly desire, and that is more time. More time to laugh, experience life, see grandbabies born, even learn how to drive a car. Thank you to all of our ELT members and to our sponsors for making a tremendous investment in the American Heart Association's work through the Heart of Corpus Christi campaign. Our Life is Why sponsor, Christi Spawn Health System, Corpus Christi Medical Center, and the Port of Corpus Christi, along with so many others who have contributed to the Heart of Corpus Christi campaign, and we could not be more grateful. Please reference your program for a full listing of this year's sponsors.
Yes, without the support of our sponsors, we would not be here tonight. We're also pleased to recognize those individuals who are members of the Corps Vitae Society for their annual private gifts and commitments of $5,000 or more. The extraordinary generosity of our Corps Vitae Society members is propelling innovative research and new treatments that are helping to save countless lives.
As you see, we are excited to get this evening started. We are coming to you from our homes to yours in the most personal setting possible. And while we would much rather be in a ballroom, the American Heart Association is a science-based organization. That makes your health a top priority. And we realize that we are having to pivot with circumstances that look much different than they did just a year ago. So many things have changed in the past year, but one thing has remained constant: the passion and relentless work of the American Heart Association right here in Corpus Christi. In Corpus Christi alone, the AHA has impacted patients through their long-term partnerships with local clinics and hospital systems to improve hypertension and expand quality and systems improvements. Trusted neighborhood clinics connect us with community partners and residents to provide much-needed resources. The advocacy team worked through connecting the local You're the Cure network to support the passing of Proposition B on this past year's ballot. Prop B will fund improvements for 18 parks across the community to repair and replace playground equipment, as well as increase connectivity and functionality in multiple recreation areas. This vote was a big win for the health of Corpus Christi, and thanks to the grassroots efforts of the local team, we helped move the needle. With the generous sponsor support from AEP Texas, the local office distributed CPR Anytime kits to every elementary school in the Corpus Christi School District this year. These kits can be used to highlight and educate the critical life-saving practice of CPR. Through a self-monitored blood pressure campaign sponsored by the Port of Corpus Christi, blood pressure cuffs will be distributed to provide patient care. And diabetes initiatives at Amistad Community Health Center impacting hundreds of patients through Target BP, education, and self-monitored practice. This program will work to impact the control rate of high blood pressure and its impact on those suffering with diabetes and other health-related conditions. Your American Heart Association team is working hard to improve the quality of life across the Coastal Bend.
I am so impressed with the work done locally by the incredible team here in Corpus Christi. And what you have mentioned is just the tip of the iceberg of what can be done as we continue to support the great work in our communities. We are here tonight to celebrate, not close a book, but finish strong. Help us continue to make a difference in the lives of so many. Let us stop the clock for just a minute to think of why the work done, the research and new treatments being developed means so much to all of us gathered tonight. And more importantly, to all those around the Coastal Bend affected by heart disease and stroke, regardless of race, religion, age, and gender.
The research funded by the AHA contributed to the training of the ER doctors and nurses who evaluated my heart attack symptoms, the protocols and procedures practiced by my cardiologists and cardiovascular surgeons, and the technology in the LVAD that saved my life. The mechanical valve that I now live with and will have until I die were all developed largely due to the research and funding by the American Heart Association.
There is a huge public health crisis regarding youth vaping. More than 27% of high schoolers reported that they vape. That is 18 times more than it was 8 years ago.
I'm going to tell you how to do chest compressions, okay?
Okay. And I just remember her looking up at me and saying, "Thanks for saving my life."
Our top priority is the health and well-being of everyone. No matter who you are or where you are, the American Heart Association is present with boots on the ground to help our friends, family, and our community live longer and healthier lives.
And tonight, we need your help. On your screen now and throughout the program, you'll see a prompt where you can donate and participate in the silent and live auctions. So get ready, because we have some wonderful entertainment ahead and some tricks up our sleeves to make your night at home just as magical as it would be in the ballroom. Now let's have a party.
Hey, thank you, Lisa, Gabe, Ashley, and Dr. Taylor. Great to see you tonight. You've been outstanding leaders this year, and I'd also like to highlight the community programming that was recently established by a new series. It's called Community Conversation. That just kicked off with its first session on high blood pressure, and this community conversation, it gives viewers a front row seat to a critical priority. Community Conversation on high blood pressure was brought to the Coastal Bend by our Life is Wise sponsor, Christi Spawn Health System, Port of Corpus Christi, and Corpus Christi Medical Center. Also, this is an important mention here, listen up, the annual Vestido Rojo seminar, which was this year, it's transformed now into a 4-part series educating women in a bilingual format. Okay, time to really start listening up, maybe put the drink down or go get another one and hurry back, because right now we're gonna start to transition into a big part of the night. The local team here from the American Heart Association has been working hard to impact the community each and every single day. But this really can't be done without your help right now. So here we are.
Thank you, Ellen. We appreciate it. Guys, what an amazing video we've had so far. I'm glad everybody's with us tonight. I've been reading all the comments you guys have been putting in. They're outstanding. All in support, all with the best positive spin on them. Thank you guys so very, very much. And thank you for joining us here tonight. As you can see, the number that jumped out at me was 1,600 active projects under research right now. American Heart Association knows the struggles that we've had this year, and they're meeting those struggles head on, and that's all due to you and your help. So we're gonna have some fun right now. We've got 4 live auction items I'm gonna offer you guys up. So you guys get ready to hit that button. It's gonna show up right here in front of me, and as soon as you want to bid, you hit that button, and you hit it as often as you possibly can. And due to the good people over at Events Give, we actually can do a live real-time auction right now. So that's what we're going to do. All you got to do is hit that button and bid on that item. I will say sold when it's sold, and then we'll move on to our next item. Like I said, we've only got 4 of them, and our first item tonight is a fabulous item from see, I lost it already. Brazelton Development. They've got a new home division. And here is an opportunity for you to have a permanent destination point on Google Maps. That's right. You can name your own street. Obviously, Brazelton has to approve the name, as does Corpus Christi. The city has to get a look at it and make sure everything's fine, but it shouldn't be a problem that way. So if you've got a loved one that you'd like to honor, maybe you've got somebody in your family that won a big award, or just your mom and dad, or maybe your wife or your husband, somebody that means something very, very special to you, and you want to immortalize their name by putting their name on a street. Now is your opportunity in the brand new upcoming home division of Brazelton. The Brazelton Home Division. So let's get things started, guys. Here's your chance to bid. It's our first item of the night. Somebody start me out. Get yourself a sign for $1,000. $1,000 and name that street. Okay, guys, it's time for the bidding to start. All you got to do is hit that button for $1,000 and you'll be the high bidder. So let's go to work. Is everybody ready? 1,000 to go. Thank you, Tom. $1,500 now. I got $1,000 now. Get a bid $1,500 to you here. $1,000. $1,500. We're looking for somebody to push Tom around a little bit. I got $1,000 to go. We're going to bid $1,500. Thinking now. $2,000. $2,000 to you, Tom. $2,000. $1,500 too. I got $1,500 now. Get a bid $2,000 to you, Tom. $2,000. I get 15 with Hector now. Get a bid $2,000. 15 and 2. I get $15,000 now. $2,000. Come on, Tom. Don't tease me now. Hit that thing. 2,000. Here we go. $2,500. I get $2,000 now. Hector, 25 to you. 25. I get $2,000 now, but I get to be $2,500. $2,000. 25. I get $2,000 on it here. Got to be $2,500. I get $2,000 now, but I get to be $2,500 too, and 25. At 25, Hector, it's bad luck to bid once at an auction. I get $2,000. By the way, guys, I know we've got hundreds of people watching us right now. I've only got 4 live auction items. So if you're with somebody who's doing the bidding, I need you to help me out. I need you to push them a little bit. I need you to get them to bid. Don't be afraid to applaud them when they bid. Just keep that thing going. I got $2,000 on it now. I'm going to bid $2,500. I got $2,000. Tell you what, let's go to $2,250. I got $2,000, Hector. Would $2,250 help you? I got $2,000 now. I'm going to bid $2,250. I got $2,000 now. 22 and a half, but I got to bid $2,250. 22 and a half, but I got to bid $2,250. Now I've only got 2 bidders in a room of hundreds, so don't be afraid to hit it because the price is right at $2,000. $2,250, $2,000 now, $2,250, $2,000 going once, $2,000, $2,250 going twice, $2,000, $2,250, third and final opportunity, and I sold it. Tom, you got it. $2,000. Congratulations. $2,000 bought that item, Tom Teglebo. I hope I said that right, Tom, but thank you very much for that wonderful bid. All right, guys, our next item is another great evening. We're going to the Texas Riviera, the Fowlers, Lee and Fritz. They have one of the most beautiful waterfront properties in Key Alegre. And you're going to get a chance to go down there. 12 people. You're going to go down there to a cocktail cruise on the bay. You're going to go out, going to be hors d'oeuvres. There's going to be drinks. You're going to have a good time. Maybe see a dolphin or two. It's going to be an awesome time. And then when you get back, you're going to have the culinary fare of Corpus Christi's favorite, Christopher Busk. Okay, while enjoying the musical sounds of Doc Carter. Guys, another wonderful item. 12 people going out on a cocktail cruise, and then that wonderful meal. All right, guys, let's get things started. Somebody go. $1,000 on it. $1,000 going down there for 12 people. $1,000, that's what? $80 a head. $1,000 to go. Thank you, Trey. $1,500. I got $1,000 down. Get a bit $1,500 to you. $1,000 sales on. Get a bit $1,500. $1,000, $1,500. Thinking now, two. I get $1,500 now. Get a bit $2,000. $1,500 here. Get a bit two. $2,000 trade back at you at two. I get $1,500 down. $2,000. 15 and two. At $2,000 down. $1,500. $2,000. $2,000. That gives you a cocktail cruise and a dinner with music, all fun. 12 people, $2,000. That's $160 a piece. $2,000, $1,500 now, but I got a bit $1,750 if it'll help. I got $1,500 on it now. Got a bit $1,750. I get $1,500 down. Did you want to try $1,750? Would that help you? Trey, hit that thing again at 17.5. It's way cheap. There we go. $2,000. I get 17.5. Veronica, $2,000. He's trying to take it away from you on the cheap. I get $1,750 now. $2,000. $2,000 here. Now we got a value on this thing of over $4,000, and I got $1,750 on it, so we're way back in the money. Keep in mind, every time you do this, you're donating to American Heart, and you're helping a lot of people. I get $1,750. I need $2,000. Everything's a positive. Hit it again at $2,000. I get 17.5. Veronica, what do you think? $2,000. $2,000 down. 1750 on it. Got a bid $2,000. $2,000. Veronica, if you're done, I gotta be. I don't like these 3-bid auctions. I don't want to see them go crazy. I get 1750 on it. I need $2,000. $2,000 going once. $2,000 going twice. $2,000. There we go. $2,250. Veronica, you're messing with me. I can tell. I get $2,000. $2,250 trade back at you at 2.5. I get $2,000. 22.5. Had a man 25. I get 22.5, but I got a bid $2,500. 25. Veronica, a little quicker if you can. Get a bid $2,500. I got 22.5 on it. Get a bid $2,500. 25 to go. I got $2,250 now. $2,500 at $2,500. I think Veronica's calling people saying, "You want to go? I want to go. Do you want to go?" $2,500. She's trying to bid by committee on me there. Going to be $2,500. I get 22. Okay, all you guys in the background, be quiet. She's trying to ask everybody who's going. 25. Thank you, Lisa. 27.5. I get where'd Lisa come from? 27.50. I get 2,500 trade. 27.5. You got another one beating on you. I get $2,500 down, but it's going to be 27.50. Of course, we should be a lot closer to $4,000 by now. I get $2,500 now. Going to be $2,750 at $2,500 down. Going to be $2,750. You know, bidding is a lot more fun than watching. I'm just saying. I got $2,500, $2,750. I get $2,500 down, but I got to be $2,750. 27.5 Trey. Veronica, what do you think? Veronica, you're pulling third now. You better get those friends on board. You got to be 27.5. $2,500 down, but I got to be $2,750. 27.5. There it is. $3,000. 27.5 would have been 3. Veronica got a text back from somebody. $3,000. I get 27.5 would have been. Lisa, back at you. $3,000. I get $2,750 now. 3,000. Atta girl. 32.5. I got $3,000. Veronica back again at $3,250. 3,000 for 12 people, 32.5. $3,000 now, $3,250. 32. I can't even do that math. I get $3,000, $3,250. 32.5 at $3,250. $3,000, $3,250. That's what? $250. No big deal. 32.5. I got $3,000 now, $3,250. 32.5 at $3,000 now, $3,250. Did you want back? 32.5. Trey, where'd you go, man? You felt you're like in third place now. 32.5. I got $3,000, $3,250, 32.5. $3,250 going once. $3,250 going twice. $3,250 third and final call. Veronica, get him on the phone. $3,250. And I sold it. Lisa, you got it for $3,000. Thank you very much, Lisa. What a wonderful time you're going to have down there. That is awesome. All right, guys. So there's our first 2 items. Both of them are local items, but now we're headed to Mexico. We are headed down to Puerto Aventuras. I hope I said that right. It's a beautiful community. It's a gated community, just about 15 minutes south of Playa del Carmen. I've actually been down there. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you love to snorkel, the the second largest Great Barrier Reef in the world is right off that coast. So the waters are beautiful. The sand is all white. It's not very deep. You can snorkel for miles and see some of the neatest things ever. You're going to go down there for a week, guys. They got a condo for you down there. Sleeps 4 people. So you can take the whole family down there. It's got a full kitchen, private patio, all the good stuff. You can stay right on the vacation resort if you want, and you can just lay around at the pool and drink Mai Tais and daiquiris or beer or whatever you want to do. You can leave, go on up to Playa del Carmen, go down Fifth Avenue, see all those beautiful shops. Take the ferry over to Cozumel for a day. Costs I think $25. It's not much. You can ride all the way around the island over on Cozumel for a day if you want to do that. You got a whole week to plan, and it's nothing but a good time. Headed down there for 4 people. Let's go on down to Mexico. Down. I'm going to try to say this again. Puerto Adventuras. Hope I said that correctly. Beautiful place. Mexico Lindo. So let's get started on it, guys. For 4 people going down there, somebody go $1,000. Let's go. $1,000. Let's get that bidding started. At $1,000, start it out now. $1,000. There we go. Katie, out of girl, $1,500. I got $1,000 down. $1,500. Did you do it? Yep. $2,000 now. I got $1,500 down. I got a bit $2,000. Katie, back again at 2. I got $1,500 down. $2,000. There we go at 25. I got $2,000 down. $2,500. 2 and 25 on a bid. If you're tired of being in the house for a year, here's your chance to get away. 25. At 25, there we go. $3,000 down. 25, I go 3. I got $2,500 down. $3,000. 3,000, and I got 4 of you bidding on it. $3,000, 25 and 3. I got $2,500 down. Get a bit 3,000. There we go at 35. I got 3,000. Laura's in at 3,000. Get 35. Valerie, 35. 35. Corey falling behind now. I got $3,000. $3,500. I got $3,000 now. Get a bit $3,500. 3. $3,250. I got $3,000 now. $3,250. 3 and 32 and a half. I got $3,000. Can we try there at $3,250? I got $3,000 now. Get a bit 32 and a half. She's going to change that in just a second. Hang on a minute. I got $3,000. $3,250. There it is. $3,000. I got $3,250. I got $3,000 now. Get a bit $3,250. 32 and a half. Anybody want to push Laura off of that thing? I got $3,000. You're going to go down there for an entire week, and it's going to be the most enjoyable place you could possibly be. $3,000, $3,250 in a tropical paradise, $3,250. I got $3,000 going once, $3,250 going twice, $3,250. Third and final opportunity. Sold it, Laura. You got it for $3,000. Oh, Valerie, you jumped in there just a second late. Son of a gun. Well, that's what happens at auctions. By golly, it just happens that fast. All right, guys, we are on to our 4th item. Can you believe it? We're already there, our 4th item. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different because this is a participation item right here. This is the Art Lovers Dream Dinner. It is for 10 couples. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to get a chance to go down to Glenda Kane's newly renovated mid-century home on Hewitt Drive. It was built in 1958 by Oscar Wyatt and his philanthropic wife, Lynn Wyatt. The home is filled with museum quality art. It's absolutely gorgeous. You're going to get a chance to go through the entire house and see it. You're going to enjoy a wonderful dinner. This house has been host to or a venue rather for presidential hopefuls, for fundraisers, for nonprofit fundraisers, for parties. The Kane family is well known for their fabulous parties and their generosity to the community. We're sure glad that they brought this item to us tonight. It's for 10 couples. You're going to have the most wonderful time. And rather than you guys having a bid against each other, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell this by the couple. There are 10 couples available. We're going to sell them for $1,000. So if you would like to be one of those 10 couples, all you have to do is click your button for $1,000. And here we go. Tom Wilder is in for $1,000. Cheryl McMillan is in for $1,000. Daniela, I'm going to hurt this. Daniela Badia Mick is in for $1,000. Outstanding. All right, so we're off and running. And Peg and Avinash Ahuja, I hope I said that correctly, is in for $1,000. It looks like Dr. Frank and Cheryl McMillan are in for $1,000. Yes, okay, Cheryl McMillan is in for $1,000. Thank you both. Dr. Tom and Aaron Wilder are in for $1,000. So they're going fast, guys. Jump in there while you can. We got Doctors Isabel and Carlos Martinez, and they promised me I didn't have to say that other name, so I won't say it, so I don't do too much damage to it. So there we go, 7 of them, guys. Let's get those things done. If you would like to join this party, it's going to be an absolutely wonderful dinner party at an absolutely beautiful location. Legendary, guys. And look at all the wonderful people that are going to be there. For $1,000, if you'd like to join, just click that button right there in front of me, and you can be in for $1,000. Anybody else want to join in for $1,000? I'm going to have to move on. For $1,000, going once. For $1,000, going twice. For $1,000, third and final call. And I'll close that item for right now. Guys, we do still have spots available for that party, and I'd really like to get all those filled out. So if you want to, you can click that later on, or you can email them over there to American Heart, and they'll get you taken care of. And let's get all of those sold, shall we? We've still got about, looks like 6 or 7 spots left open. So please call in and join the party, okay? All right, guys, I want to thank you all so very, very much for your generosity. That was an awesome auction. We had a great time, but we're not done yet. The most important part of our evening is still in front of us. So let's take it back to Alan and let him tell us all about it. Alan?
Partner, didn't I tell you you were going to have some fun? And I know you did. You didn't skip a beat, pun intended. It's a heart ball. And I want to congratulate all the winners of that incredible live auction. Now, I get the privilege of introducing you to a little lady and her great big fight. At just 20 weeks old, Ryan Balmert was diagnosed with congenital heart disease, and in April of 2019, Ryan underwent a life-changing operation to correct that little baby heart. With her family's stay upbeat mentality and her mom's fighting spirit, the progress Ryan had after surgery had even her doctors scratching their heads. Please allow me to introduce you to Team Balmert, Chris, Lindsay, and their 2 kids, now 2 years old, Ryan, and their 5-year-old Gavin.
I have 3 children, Chris, Gavin, and Ryan. Chris is a big kid. He's a big kid at heart.
I got it! Oh. I mean, if you know us, we're that goofy family that likes to stay upbeat. With Ryan's condition, we've grown up pretty quick. We found out about Ryan's heart defect at the 20-week anatomy scan.
We noticed that the nurse was taking quite some time on one specific area. I knew something just wasn't right. Then the doctor came in.
Turned the lights on, pulled us aside, and said, I think there's something wrong with Ryan's heart. That was a scary day. Sorry. Yeah, this is what we did in the car, we cried.
My whole thought process was that I want Ryan to get old. I want her to just be a kid. I want her to play sports. I want her to just be a cheerleader, be a dancer, whatever she wants to do, any crazy things she wants to do, I want her to be able to do it. She can't scuba dive. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Dada. Say dada.
Ryan's first surgery was in July of 2019. Walking into the room and seeing her with everything hooked up and the monitors beeping, it was really hard. You can't hold her, you can't pick her up. She's connected to all these things. You don't know what you can touch, what you can't touch. That was rough for me.
When Gavin saw Ryan hooked up to all the machines and the tubes and the, that's the worst. But ever since that moment, he's always been so protective of her now. We always contribute all of Ryan's success. She's had 5 surgeries. She's never stayed more than 5 days in the hospital from these surgeries. And honestly, I think it's because of Gavin. He keeps her motivated because she doesn't know what's going on. She sees her brother, she wants to get out of bed, she wants to play. We're going home.
You're gonna go see your brother. Yay!
As of now, Ryan's had 5 surgeries. Since then, she's been fine, and we actually got news that we're good for another 6 months.
So we decided when I was first pregnant with her that we were going to start vlogging my entire journey.
As most of you know, our daughter was born with a rare congenital heart defect called LTGA.
No family was out there that really documented the whole journey and what we could expect. So that was our mission, is to spread awareness, number one, and to share with other families what we were going through. So Team Ballmer just went from being all about congenital heart defect awareness and sharing Ryan's story to something incredibly unexpected.
Should we go to it? Should we go home?
Yeah, stay upbeat.
Stay upbeat!
It means a lot to us that Ryan is an honoree at the American Heart Association Heart and Stroke Ball.
Ryan is a heart warrior. She's such a star and she's such a bright light. We're thrilled to be raising money for a great cause that is helping children.
We know that there are parents out there that their kids aren't as fortunate as Ryan is. There's parents out there that won't get to see their kid ever ride their bike. But we get to. But we also know that, like, it's important for us to share that Ryan is doing so well, because it gives hope to other families.
Wow, what an awesome story. That little Ryan, isn't she a pistol? Guys, yeah, you save lives. That's right, Veronica. That's exactly right. You save lives. The gift of time, that's what you've given her. That's what you've given her family. The donations that you give come straight from your heart. So now's the time to open your heart and let's give that gift of time. Guys, we're going to ask you at several different levels. I'd like you to hit the button as often as you can, as many levels as you can, and as high as you possibly can. Look inside your own heart, look inside your own financial situation, and do as much as you possibly can. American Heart Association is helping every day for people just like that. So thank you for sharing that wonderful story, and let's get things started at our top level tonight, the $1,000 level. If $1,000 will fit your budget, if you've got it in your heart to do so, reach down now and donate $1,000 to the American Heart Association. Marita Raphael, thank you so much. There's a donation. Thank you so very, very much, Marita. We appreciate that. Who can donate $1,000 to tonight's event and help us move this thing forward, help us keep this research going? Is there anybody out there that can donate $1,000? Hit that button right now. Yes, Caroline Smith, thank you so very, very much for that $1,000 donation. Katie Reese, thank you very, very much for that donation. We appreciate that very much. Can anybody join Caroline at the $1,000 level? Okay, consider it, keep it in mind. We're going to keep that button up there for just a little bit longer. And then right now we're going to move to our $500 level. If $500 would hit your budget, if you can do that for $500, if you can donate that, hit that $500 button. Or if not, go ahead and hit the $1,000 button. You can hit either one of them, and we'd love you for it either way. So if you can do it, please do it right now for $500. If you can donate $500 to tonight's event, please hit that button right now for $500. Is there anybody out there? Oh, and by the way, we have got a donor that has anonymously donated a $15,000 matching fund. So let's see if we can't get that taken care of tonight. If you can donate $500, we'll match it with that $15,000 fund, and we'll make your donation worth $1,000. Just hit that button for $500 if you can do that. Is there anybody out there? Yes, there is. Jennifer, thank you very, very much for that $500 donation. Outstanding. Jennifer, I'm going to try to say last names if I can, guys. Gamil, I believe is how you pronounce that. Jennifer, thank you very, very much for that $500 donation. Who can join Jennifer right now for $500? If $500 can fit your budget and you can see your way clear to do it, hit that button right now for $500 and we'll raise $1,000 for American Heart. There we go. Trey, been a good bidder all night. Thank you. Trey McCampbell, thank you very, very much for that $500 donation. We appreciate that. There's two of them, so that's another $2,000 we've just raised. Anybody else at the $500 level? If anybody else can hit their button for $500, oh, here they come. Jenny and Darcy both jumped in there. Oh my goodness, here they come. Anne Marie is in there. Anne Marie Madden is in there. Chris Taylor is in there for $500. Thank you very, very much. Darcy is in. Darcy Schroeder and Jenny Remlinger is in for $500. All of them are going to get matched, guys. Thank you so very, very much. That's outstanding. Guys, all you got to do is hit those buttons, either 500, 1,000, whichever will fit for you. Hit those numbers right now, and let's keep that thing climbing. They seem to come in bunches. That's okay. We got a $1,000 donation level and a $500 donation level, both of them open to you. Please hit either one of them. Amanda Webb, thank you very much for your donation. We appreciate you very, very much. Chris Tyler, thank you for that $500 donation if I missed that one. Anybody else at the $500 level? Yes, Mary Garza. Thank you, Mary, for that $500 donation. How generous of you. We sure appreciate it, and we're going to match that with that $15,000 anonymous matching fund. Thank you very, very much. You've just helped out American Heart to the tune of $1,000. Is anybody can join Mary at the $500 level? I love it. You guys just keep coming in. Don't be afraid to hit those buttons. Light it up and put it on there. I'm going to leave that up there for just a little bit longer. I'm going to add a third level, the $250 level. If $250 can fit your budget and you got it in your heart to do that, then go ahead and hit that button for $250 and we'll still match those things up. So you've got $250, you've got $500, and you've got $1,000. So you can hit any one of those three buttons right now and you can donate to the American Heart Association. Thank you guys so very, very much. Kim Haddock, thank you so much for that $250 donation. We appreciate you very, very much for that donation. Who can join Kim at $250? Daniela, oh, she's going to make me say her name again. Daniela Bedea Mick is in for $1,000. Look at that. She jumped in at $1,000. Daniela, thank you so very, very much for that $1,000 donation. Outstanding. Who can join them, guys? Hit that button again. Laura, thank you so much. Salfi. Laura Salfi, I hope I'm saying your name right, for $250. Thank you very much for finding a button and hitting it. Go ahead and find the one that fits for you best, guys. Craig, thank you very much. Craig Desmond said he'd like to go $500. Marcelo said she would like to go $250. Marcela Sanchez, thank you so very, very much. Guys, every donation helps. Every donation is one that's coming from you, and it all comes from the heart, so we appreciate all of them. Paul, thank you very much. Paul Geldmeyer, I think is how you say that. Wanted to go $500. Greg Rawls said, put me in for $500. Thank you so much. Guys, we're already at $7,800 without the ad. Let's see if we can't get it up to $10,000. All we need is another $2,200 and we'll make $10,000. Can we get there? Hit those numbers and let's get it done, guys. Any one of the three, hit those things and let's bring that thing up. See if we can't raise $10,000 for American Heart Association. Can anybody else join in? Greg, thank you so much for that $500 donation. And again, that one is matched. So if we can get another $2,200, we'll have raised $25,000 with that matching fund. So let's make that happen, guys. Anybody else for $250, $500, or $1,000? Yes, Corey Taylor said, put me in for $250. Jay, thank you so very, very much to put me in for $250. That drew us that much closer. Jay McCann, I hope I'm saying these last names correctly. I apologize. I'm terrible at last names. My last name is Youngers. You'd think I'd be better at it, but I'm not. Anybody else? We're at $8,300. We're only $1,700 away from hitting that $10,000 magic figure. Can anybody else jump in there? $250, $500, $1,000, or all three of them. Pick as many of them as you like. We'd love it. Thank you guys so very, very much. We're at $8,300. Would anybody else like to join? Hit those buttons right now. Okay, we have one final level. I'm going to call it the children's level because an interesting fact that they popped up, 1 in 100 children is born with a heart defect. And you saw that beautiful Ryan, and you saw what they were able to do for her because of the research done by American Heart Association. So we're going to hit that $10,000 number, and we're going to do it at the $100 level. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, Julie Grant just went $500 to get us that much closer. Julie, thank you so very, very much for that $500 donation. We appreciate it. Gina Riviera said, I'm in for the $100, and we're at $8,900, and we're closing fast. So let's see how many more we can do there at the $100 level. Yes, here they come. Lindsay Shin, thank you for that $100. And Belinda and Valerie and Michelle, all of them in for that $100. We're at $9,400 now with Laura Nelson's bid of $100. We're only 5 away from that $10,000 number. Let's see where we can go, guys. Let's get 5 more in there. We can do this. You got 100, 250, 500, all open to you. Hit the one that fits the best. Javid, thank you very much for that $250 donation. Got us halfway to it. All we need is one more at $250, and we're there. Who else can hit that button? Either $100, $250, $500. Scott, good for you. Scott Ella said, I'll be the other $250, and we're at $10,000. That is outstanding. Guys, we're still going. We're still matching. Can anybody else come in there at $100? Yes, we can get. Elizabeth Stewart said, I'll be $100. Absolutely. Who else can join her at the $100 level? Go ahead and jump that in there right then. Oh, there we go. Patricia, thank you. Patricia Cano said, I would like to be $100. Thank you. And Carol Scott said, you bet I'm in for $250. She says, I'm going to hit that thing hard. We're at $10,450. And that's just that's without the matching fund. So let's keep it going, guys. Anybody else at the $100 level, the $250 level, or the $500 level? Anybody else want to donate? We're at $10,450. Yes. Alan Groman said, I would like to be $100. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate that, Alan, for that $100 donation. Okay. Would anybody else like to join? Now's the time. Guys, this is all coming straight from your heart, and your generosity is awesome. I thank you all so very, very much, American Heart. Thanks you so very, very much. Would anybody else for the last try like to donate at any of those available levels? Okay, guys, I know your hearts are still open. I know you still have love in your heart. If you wanted the opportunity to donate at a different level, maybe you wanted to give $100,000 and didn't get the chance to. Well, we're going to have that later on in the program. In just a little while after our video, we're gonna go to that, and then you put in any amount that you want. If you want to do $50, if you want to do $5,000, if you want to do $50,000. That number will be available to you. All you got to do is type in the amount and hit enter, and then the donation will come to us, and we'll thank you very, very much. Melba, thank you very much for that $100 donation. I appreciate that. That jumped in there while I was talking. Not a problem there, and absolutely join Melba as often as you can. We're now up to $650, at $10,650. But right now, I'd like to play a game with you, okay? So we're going to move on to something fun. Guys, take a look at this picture. We got Rocket Buster handmade custom boots. Now, these are not just any boots. These are custom made down in El Paso. There are so many people that own these boots. People like Billy Bob Thornton, Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, Sharon Stone, Oprah Winfrey owns a pair of these boots. Okay, so these are really, really special boots, and you're going to get $1,000 gift certificate to buy your boots or have boots made for that special someone of yours. So here's how the game is played. If you haven't played it before, we're going to ask you to donate $100, and the last person to donate $100 is going to win that certificate. Okay, so keep in mind, every time you hit the button, every time you donate, you will be donating $100. So if you go crazy with that button and you hit it over and over and over again, well, then if you hit it like 25 times, then you're going to donate $2,500. So, which is great. We'd love it, but we want you to understand what we're doing. Okay. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to say, let's open up that bidding portal, that donation portal for $100 right there. It says buy just because the way we had to set this thing up so that we can show that you won the certificate. So if you would like a chance to win that, all you have to do is donate $100 right now. So if you'd like to donate $100, hit that buy button right there, and you will be in the top spot. Terry, good for you. Terry Piper is now in the top spot to win that $1,000 certificate for those wonderful boots. Does anybody want to push Terry off that top spot for $100? All you have to do, hit that buy button right there. Just hit that buy button. Yes, Aaron is in. Then Laura is in. Now Belinda is in. And here they come, guys. So right now Belinda's top. And then Travis moved into first place. So Travis has donated $100 and he's now the top dog right now. Whoop, Jenny just jumped in there and Kim took her right out. So Kim right now, Kim Haddock is now the not top, but the final bidder. So there she's in the top spot to win that certificate. So anybody want to push Kim around? Now's your chance. Kim's in the top spot going once. Kim's going to win it going twice. Oh, there's Laura right there. Laura is now in the top spot. Kim, she's pushed you out. Jenny, you too, you're now pulling third. So if you would like to donate another $100, there we go. Craig is now in the top spot. And then Mary jumped in there for $100. Outstanding. Guys, you are raising that total up. We're already at $1,400 and it's moving up. Crystal jumped in there for a minute with $200, but then Jennifer took her out to take that spot. So she is currently in. Laura, jump back in there. Good for you, Laura. So Laura says, I want those boots. They're coming home with me. Jennifer, are you going to let her get away with that? Or are you going to push her around? Whoop, there's Craig back to the top spot right there. Now Craig is in. We've got $1,900 donated and it's still moving. But right now Craig is in that final position. So Craig at the $100 spot is going to win that certificate. Wait a minute. Kelly jumped in there. Now Kelly's got that top spot. So Kelly is now the high bidder. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I have got a 1-minute timer here, and I will start it so you can see I'm not lying to you. There we go. And then I'm going to pause it there for a second. And then I'm going to hit this timer at an undisclosed time. And when that timer goes off, we're going to have this thing closed, okay? So right now, Osbert is in for the $100, and Osbert is in that winning position. Carol, if you'd like to do it, you got to do it soon. So I'm going to hit this button at some point. I'm not going to tell you when. So when the clock gets close, that'll be that. And whoever wins when the clock goes out, whoever's in that top spot, donating $100 will win it. So right now, Osbert, you're the top bidder. You are the one that is in position. And so, does anybody want to take Osbert out going once? Osbert, yes, Julie is now in the top spot. And then Marissa takes Julie out. And now Osbert has jumped back in the top. Okay, just so you know, the clock is ticking, all right? The clock is moving up. And so Craig is in for the $100, and the clock is running down fast. So, Craig, there's Crystal jumping in, and then Osbert jumped back in top. Oh, the clock is almost out. Catherine has jumped in there, and the clock is still ticking. And Craig is back in the top spot. Craig Desmond is in, and the clock is almost run out. Carol Scott has jumped in that top spot. Can Carol take it? Is Carol going to be the last one? Is it going to run? No, Cindy is now in there. Hector, way to jump in there. Oh, no, it's almost run out. Hurry. Catherine is in there. You have almost no time left. Terry is in, and it's almost there. And there it goes right there, ladies and gentlemen. It went off, and the timer goes off. And so, I missed that last name. Who won it? I missed it. Russell Quick won it. Congratulations. You got the $1,000 gift certificate. Outstanding. Way to jump in there. Wait till that last second and get in there. Boy, guys, your generosity is awesome. We thank you so very, very much for that. If you missed an opportunity this evening to donate, all you have to do is press the Donate Now button on your screen. And also keep in mind that the silent auction will be running until 11 o'clock Monday. So you have got lots of time. Go back and take a look at those silent auction items. If you didn't get a live auction item, you still have those silent auction items available to you. Thank you all so much for your generosity. I'd like to give a shout out and a thank you to Team Balmert for sharing your family story with us. It was wonderful. Obviously, it affected the people in the room. Congratulations on having that lovely Ryan home with you. God bless you. My heart goes out to you. So right now, we're going to move on to this excitement has built up a heck of a thirst for me, and I'm sure it has for you too. So before you take off, a little bit more fun, we're going to turn this over to Team Taylor, co-chairs Ashley and Dr. Travis Taylor, their kids Annabelle and Tinsley. They're going to show you how to properly mix a drink like a professional, in moderation, of course.
Good evening, Heartball attendees. We are Team Taylor. Bet you didn't know my husband, Dr. Taylor here, is a world-class bartending champion.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Not really, but I can play one on TV.
Okay, I'm going to talk you through how to make this evening's signature drink or mocktail, a delicious strawberry ginger fizz that our friend Michael Green from the Post has handcrafted, especially for the Heart of Corpus Christi Hardball. First things first, roll up your sleeves.
That's right, I'm gonna need some flexibility here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna show you a couple of tricks that I learned around college.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, you almost dropped it there. Okay, first, Dr. Taylor is going to add some strawberry puree. And don't be stingy. Add about 2 ounces.
All right. Sounds
If you're
pretty
making
good.
4, you can add a little more. Okay. I won't be mad at you.
There we go.
Okay, then some lime juice for a refreshing kick.
Perfect.
Let's squeeze about 1/2 ounce.
All right.
Very good, I could hear it.
Perfect.
Going in there. Okay, and some simple sugar to add a little sweetness. Although we've got a little sweetness right here.
That we do.
Also about 1 ounce of that. And then we're going to save the vodka for the end, about 1.5 ounces of that.
That's the best part.
I know, calm down, we'll get there.
I forgot you're pregnant.
You forgot. Okay, now Dr. Taylor is going to shake it up. Don't be shy.
All right, here we go.
Watch out, girls. Watch out,
Sorry.
Annabelle.
We'll get you a bloody nose. Here.
Make sure you shake it up really well. Okay, all right, enough
Does
of
it look
that.
good?
It looks so good. Okay, now pour into your cocktail glass.
All right.
Look at it, girls. Isn't it so pretty?
Ooh.
Pretty and pink. Or red. Reddish. And then we're going to add a little ice. Tinsley, do you want to put a couple pieces of ice in each glass? And then we're going to put some ginger beer in there, or ginger ale. And then we're going to garnish it with some fun candy wedges, candy slices. These are ginger. Annabelle, do you want to help put these in?
There we go.
Here, Tins, you can put one in. And then finally, we're going to add some strawberry slices to the side to make it look very pretty. And then your favorite part, you can go ahead and add your vodka now, okay?
I think I'll add it later. When you kids go to bed.
All right, everybody, let's cheers. Tinsley, let's cheers. One of your favorite things. Cheers.
All right.
All right, one for us and one for them.
You know, at the Heart Ball, there's always an open bar, and this year is no exception. It's called your refrigerator. And now that you have a drink in your hand, let's cue that entertainment. He's a magician and a New York Times crossword puzzle constructor. He makes those confusing things that you can't do on Sundays. David Kwong, that's his name. He's delighted and confounded audiences across the world. A TED Talk favorite, David regularly speaks to companies and demonstrates the principles of illusion and the science of why your brain is tricked. David was the head magic consultant for the worldwide hit Now You See Me. And here he is. He's going to perform his virtual show Inside the Box, a critic's pick from the New York Times. I know this works. There we go.
Hello everyone, my name is David Kwong and I'm a New York Times crossword puzzle constructor. I'm also a magician, which basically means I've taken the world's nerdiest hobbies and combined them into one career. Exactly the career path my parents envisioned for me. But this is because I think that all magic tricks are puzzles, right? They challenge your brain to work out the solution. So I can think of no better thing than to start off with one of these. You all know this. It's a classic puzzle from 1974, the Rubik's Cube. And I learned to solve this as a teenager. It turns out, though, as a magician, it's way too easy. All right, mind's blown? Good. We're starting off right. Now, I am thrilled to be joining you tonight to support the American Heart Association and all the incredible work that you're doing in the community. And above all, you are problem solvers, ensuring heart health for everyone. So I thought, why not have a little bit of fun with some puzzles and get you stretching your brains? Now, I've made a couple of very fun puzzles for you, but before we get to that, we need to talk about this global pandemic. It's important that you know that global pandemic is redundant. Pan and pandemic already means all, worldwide. Lose the global, people, okay? Lose the global. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Super important stuff. All right, my friends, without any further ado, it's puzzle time. And this is called the movie and TV extras. What's going to happen is I'm going to add an extra letter somewhere into a movie or television show title to give you a silly, weird, funny title. Here's an example. Singin' in the Rain becomes Singin' in the Train because it has an extra T in it. Got it? When you find that silly movie or TV show title, write it down on a piece of paper or on your blank email or notepad, whatever works for you, all right? Here's the first one. What is going on here? I think you got it, right? It's up in the hair, which is up in the air with an extra letter H. You getting the hang of it? All right, here we go. Next one. Now keep in mind, what are those two arrows pointing to? They are peaks. So we have Twine Peaks. You have Twin Peaks with an extra letter E. Here we go, number 3. What is this movie or TV show extra? We have South Parka. Park plus an A gets you Parka. South Parka, write that down. Next one, I think this is my favorite. What is this? Yeah, it is The Love Borat. That is The Love Boat plus a letter R gets you The Love Borat. Write that down on your answer sheet. What is going on here? What is this famous title? Yep, I think you guys got this one. It is Star Warts. Star Warts. You add that letter T in there to get Star Warts. All right, what is this one right here? It is Brain Man. That's Rain Man with an extra letter B. All right, here we go. Next one. What is this next one? It's everyone's favorite. You've Goat Mail. You've Goat Mail. Write that down. I think the options are still available for that one. All right, what's going on here? Take a look at that action. What's going on there? Yeah, it is everyone's favorite TV show, Breaking Bald. Breaking Bald is bad with an extra letter L. All right, last one, folks. What is this right here? Well, that second one is a group of ships. So you have Happy Fleet. Happy Fleet. Feet plus the letter L gets you Happy Fleet. Write that down. Okay, now what? You have all of these silly movie and television titles. It's time to extract the answer. It's time for an aha moment. And I think that's so fitting for all of you. Aha moment, the AHA. And this is when you have to figure out what's going on. Well, there's another way that you can get letters out of all of these silly titles. Take a look. Does anything jump out to you? Where can you get some letters from? I'll give you a second. You got it? That's right. All of those extra letters are going to reveal the answer. And that answer is heart ball. That's right. Heartball. Heart ball. You guys crushed that puzzle. American Heart Association, thank you so much for puzzling with me. And again, my name's David Kwong. Thank you for having me. By the way, if you want more puzzles, I'm very easy to find on social media. I'm at David Kwong on all those sites. And I also just want to say thank you. I want to express my own gratitude for all that you do and all the support that you give to the American Heart Association each and every day. Thanks again for having me, and have a wonderful night. Thanks.
How about that? Did y'all have fun with it? I know we sure did. What about that Rubik's Cube trick? Those are hard no matter how you're working with them. But it's time now that David brought you to the edge of your seat. I want to remind you that the fun, it's not over yet. You still have me. You still have time to bid. And we're going to keep going with this year's virtual Heart Ball with the silent auction. So, if you didn't grab what you wanted from the live auction, or even if you did, there's still time to bid on those wonderful items over at the silent auction link. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Each year, 2 couples are chosen for their outstanding work in our community. 2 couples who have contributed to the health and well-being of our community through their work, philanthropy, or their contributions to medicine locally. I have the great pleasure of introducing our first honorees, Dr. and Mrs. Mohammed Khan. They've been married for 26 years. She is his greatest supporter and a wonderful mother to their 5 children. Having been at Driscoll Children's Hospital for the last 20 years, Dr. Khan is dedicated to serving children and adults with congenital heart defects and takes pride in participating in humanitarian and mission work. Together, they have supported the mission of the American Heart Association for many years, where Dr. Khan served 2 terms as president of our local American Heart Association Board of Directors.
I've been in Corpus a little over 22 years, and shortly after I got here, I got to meet Dr. Khan. He's a pediatric cardiologist, and I'm an adult cardiologist. So many times as children grow up, they are past 18 and they need an adult cardiologist, and that's how I first got to know him.
Knew of Dr. Khan after we came into town about 16 years ago, and through common friends and colleagues, and definitely a name well resonated in the community.
Dr. Mohammed was a colleague of mine for 25 years. When I used to work doing pediatric cardiac surgery, he was one of the leading pediatric cardiologists, and along him I had the honor to serve the children of South Texas.
Several friends of ours in the community and professional colleagues who referred cases to Dr. Khan, and we heard his name very well known in the congenital heart disease space. When people had their congenital heart disease needed to be looked by him and cared for, and he did a tremendous job, and his reputation always preceded it.
I first got to know Dr. Khan through work. He is a very accomplished interventional cardiologist in the pediatric space. And so he takes care of very unusual, very complex congenital heart problems in children. And some of these children grow up and they require interventions as adults. Or they might have an unusual congenital heart problem that the person was born with, and now they are an adult. And in our world, you know, as an adult cardiologist, I'm very good at being a plumber. I can open arteries, I can put stents in, I can do all kinds of tubes and what have you. But we're not as comfortable with plugging holes, which is what happens to pediatric congenital heart patients. And Dr. Khan is, and he is very confident and a fantastic team player.
When I started my practice operating in kids in the early 1990s, we used to operate in many of the procedures that are not solved by means of intervention, like pulmonary valves, aortic valve stenosis, coarctation of the aorta, pulmonary artery stenosis, atrial septal defects, some of the ventricular septal defects. So all those cases are now done without the need of surgery, and that's thanks to people like Mohammed Khan that help these children utilizing minimally invasive approaches.
Socially, we've gotten to know Naseem over the years as a mother. Her children went to the same school as ours. They were Ray and Baker and Windsor Park, and we've known them for years that way. And she's just a fantastic cook. So I wish everybody could meet Naseem.
They are excellent humans. I mean, top tier humans first. Both of them have servant hearts. They are very, very involved in the community. They have helped several people in so many situations, medically and emotional support, providing for them, drives. One thing that always stands out in our mind is how much Dr. Khan and his wife did after Hurricane Harvey to the community, and the relief programs they participated in, and funny, they have never stopped sharing whatever food they make at home, even to us and with us. It's just goes on and on.
What inspires me about Muhammad and Naseem, they remind me about what it takes as a family to be a good family. I think they are, they just are wonderful together. He's very, very caring and nurturing to his wife and to his children. And they are part of the social group that my wife and I like to be with. They're very, really nice in so many different ways.
He's always there. It's one of those when you can, in the middle of the night, if something breaks down or you're stranded somewhere, you can count on Dr. Khan to show up if you call him, no matter what he does. So he's just been outstanding. He's a great human, and him and his wife have such selflessness and easy to approach. Very, very easy to talk to, always there for you. They win your trust right away. Very caring.
I happen to be married to a cardiologist, so it's difficult for many of us to divorce professional from personal. And I think meeting people like Muhammad and Naseem is very grounding, because they have found a beautiful balance, and that makes great children, wonderful citizens, and a wonderful future for our country. So.
It's their selflessness and their servant heart. They are a very caring couple in this community, and to all of us, and very dear.
We all know that he is just a giving man. I will get phone calls, as do many of my other adult physician colleagues, from Dr. Khan at every time of the day and night. And it's never about himself. I've yet to get a phone call from Dr. Khan requesting help for himself or his spouse. It's always about somebody else.
His connection to the community is not only providing care for the many kids in South Texas, but also as providing a leadership role with the American Heart Association, in which he has participated, and he's worked very hard to try to improve the care of the patients with heart problems in the community.
Naseem does the same exact thing, and anytime there is people that they know, she's the one that will dispatch a giant bowl of fantastic Pakistani food. I highly recommend people getting to know them, because heaven forbid, if you do end up in a hospital, you want Naseem to help you as much as you want Dr. Khan.
They're just excellent, and we are so fortunate to be with them, and them be in our lives, both as mentors and as well as our neighbors and people of the community, and excellent doctor to work with.
He's somebody that the Heart Association will lean on him, and he always reciprocates. He's just a stand-up guy, and I am so glad to count him as a friend. And I think we are in Corpus Christi very fortunate to have people of this caliber who function without any acknowledgement. This is the first time in 20-something years I've heard somebody that I felt like, oh, this person really deserves it, for so many reasons. And I'm just so glad for my dear friend.
Incredible and unparalleled commitment to his patients and the community. Please join me in a big congratulations to Dr. and Mrs. Khan. Our second couple is a powerhouse team They were college sweethearts, and they've been married for 37 years. They've raised 2 children, all while serving the Coastal Bend. They are advocates for public and higher education, former Heartball co-chairs, named hometown heroes by the Southside Rotary Club, and they definitely know how to have a good time as LCC Alumni Roast honorees. Let us welcome the dynamic duo of Carol and Mark Scott.
I've known Carol and Mark Scott for over 30 years, 33 years to be exact. Well, the way I came to know Mark and Carol initially was through Leadership Corpus Christi. Carol and I were in the same leadership class, class 16, and then Mark went through the program a year or 2 later, and so we've been friends ever since.
I first met Mark and Carol Scott over 20 years ago during the creation of Forward Corpus Christi, which was an organization trying to improve the quality of life for Corpus Christi residents. Without that organization and Mark and Carol being involved in that, we wouldn't have the American Bank Center, Whataburger Field, improvements to the seawall, and a 1/8 sales tax for economic development, just to name a few. Mark and Carol Scott have been the dynamic duo in the community for many years. Mark served on City Council and Carol on CCISD and now the Del Mar Board of Regents and numerous boards and organizations. Their input at the legislative level has also been very important for moving our region forward.
But over the years, our friendship has grown in a lot of different areas. For one, Carol was on the school board when I was the superintendent, and that was sort of one aspect of our relationship. We also share together a lot of experiences through church. So our friendship is kind of woven through Leadership Corpus Christi, through work with the school district and education, and then through our church involvement as well.
They are a sweet and funny couple, and they have cool kids, Christopher and Alex. They have 2 Labradors, Jelly and Xander, and 1 rescue mutt, Kingsley. These people are animal lovers.
It occurs to me there's Mark and Carol Scott, and then there's Mark Scott and Carol Scott. And so, when I think about the 2 of them together, I think about their generosity of spirit and how much they've given to the community over the years. But they're always looking for ways to give back to the community. So I think of them as a couple, just their overall generosity of spirit. Carol, having worked really closely with her in the school district, she's a strategic thinker. She's very analytical, but not without compassion. And that was a wonderful characteristic to see in somebody on the school board. Mark is full of fire, full of passion. He gets very excited about the things that he thinks are important to him. And knowing that he is such a highly motivated leader is something that I would say characterizes him.
They've inspired the belief that the foundation for family, community, leadership starts inside my heart. Once you get right with yourself and God, it grounds you. And when you source your actions or your intent from that place, there will be positive results in life. Mark and Carol have inspired that journey inside my heart.
What inspires me about Carol and Mark as leaders is that they persevere even when leadership is hard. I think we sometimes think of leadership as being something that's glamorous. They've had to make difficult decisions, and sometimes when you're a leader, you make decisions that are unpopular, and it's hard to continue on that path. But they persevere, and they've persevered for a long time. And I think back over the last 30 years, all of the things that they've been involved in the community, that's inspiring to me. Leadership is tough, but Mark and Carol are tough too. And they're tough with big hearts, and they're able to keep on going, and that's inspiring to me.
Mark and Carol have been involved with the American Heart Association for a long time. Carol worked as the regional director for American Heart Association for 3 years in the late 80s. Mark and Carol chaired the Heart Ball in 2011, and Carol has been a board member and Circle of Red member. I do know that Mark's parents both benefited from heart research. His father suffered from multiple strokes and heart issues. Through innovations in diagnosis and treatment, he was with his family and active for many years after his first heart attack. Also, through the American Heart Association training on how to identify early stroke symptoms, they got his mom to the ER on Christmas Eve in 2017, and with early intervention and treatment, she is still very healthy today.
Well, my first introduction to the American Heart Association in this area was through Carol, because when we first met, she was working for the American Heart Association. And so I came to know about that organization through Carol when we were all just a few years younger. And she and Mark have both remained so committed to the American Heart Association, just like they are committed to everything that they're involved in. It's just another example of how they give back to the community, and I think that's a wonderful legacy.
Over the years, I've had bouts of health issues, and when you become ill, sometimes God places the right people to help you through those challenging times. Both Mark and Carol have been there for me, and I'm grateful for their friendship and their giving heart. Carol recently had a cancer diagnosis and handled it with such courage and grace. She's a perfect example of strength, staying the course, and saying the words, always forward.
People who know Mark and Carol well know that they love to have people in their home. They always make you feel like you're a part of their family. And by that, I don't mean just Mark and Carol and their two great kids. I'm talking about Darlene, Mark's mom. I'm talking about Carol's parents, Mark's brother, Carol's siblings. You know, you're part of this extended family when you're friends with Mark and Carol. And that to me is an example of their hospitable nature. And I think that's really admirable. I really love that about them.
Isn't that the definition of commitment and passion? Congrats to Mr. and Mrs. Scott. In the words of Semisonic, you know the lyrics, closing time, dun, 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 dun. You know the song, I know you do. I hope you've had as much fun here as I have had tonight. And don't forget that the party does not end here. Just like every other year, it's not gonna stop right now. Remember to reference your program for sponsor highlights, the link to our silent auction, and the Spotify playlist. The night is young, and with that Spotify playlist, you can keep the rhythm alive for as long as you want, or if you gotta go to bed, by all means, do it. A huge thank you to our awesome auctioneer, Jim Youngers, to this year's co-chairs, Lisa and Gabe Guerra, along with Ashley and Dr. Travis Taylor, the outstanding ELT, our gold standard board of directors, all of our sponsors, our Core Vitae Society members, our auction committee, and everyone who joined us tonight. Your commitment to this community, to the American Heart Association of Corpus Christi, is so inspiring. Cheers to you, to the health of our entire community, and to the many hearts and lives that'll be impacted by your commitment to the American Heart Association tonight. I hope you enjoyed a strawberry gin fizz or 2 or 3 or water, whatever you were having tonight. I hope you had fun with our auctioneer and opened your heart for Ryan's story. This evening was about giving more time to those in need. You came to keep hearts beating. Thank you for giving the gift of time. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.